Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula bore formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? I do think that worked. Yes. Did you think I was kidnapped by skeletons?
I did.
Did you think something horrible happened? Did you think I wouldn't be here on time? What did it mean for you when you said you were calling me and I didn't pick up? What did that mean for you?
I had a question for you, but it doesn't matter now because we are live and we are going.
You're one of 50, and we're here on the Heart of Influence to bring magic to the table on this Thankful Thursday. Massive gratitude is present. Oh, Gina Ricci, hello. How are you?
I am amazing, Sean Callaghy. You made it to the show, and what is this show all about?
Yeah, what this show is about the Heart of Influence. The fact that integrous influence is in fact a superpower. It causes our marketing, our selling, our managing, our leading, our recruiting, our fundraising, for profit and not for profit, how we step into our heart of influence, what we do with it, and how we emotionally get ourselves to use it. This is what controls all of those things that drive our money, our time, and our magic. We're having a little fun with it. We could get to know each other over, I don't know, a steak. I think this is a lot better.
I'll let you get to know me over a steak, though.
I think I did. Yes. Gina Ricci, who's here with us. Then I'll talk about this amazing woman to my right, but who's up first?
Well, first of all, this is the Howie Charlie show, which makes it the Chowie show.
Howie.
They're my friends. Chowie, my friends.
They are your friends.
Mine too. First up from Orlando, an incredible guest of Howie, a licensed loan officer at Empire Financial, real estate investor experienced in lease, option, buy, hold, property management, creative finance, etc. 20 plus years in management as a supervisor, with her husband's 20 plus years in IT, including in military simulation training programs. How very cool. Including her husband serving in the Air Force. They bring honor, integrity, and in-depth knowledge and rarely equaled solutions. Let us all please welcome Tracy Freeman to the Heart of Influence.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Tracy, how are you? And by the way, we're going to ask you in a second for your fun fact. And a fun fact is something that could be your most proud moment. It could be your most embarrassing moment. It could be a recent moment of adventure and intrigue. Something, Tracy, that would make us go, Tracy, no way. So please, Tracy, would you share a fun fact with us?
Fun fact is I love to scuba dive.
No way.
Wow.
Tracy, ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. No way! Where is your favorite place to go scuba diving?
Roatan, Honduras.
Get out of here. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Tracy.
No way.
So, and are you familiar with any of the places that you've stayed on Roatan?
It was a resort called Fantasy Island.
Tracy,
No way.
that is amazing. Yes, that's beautiful. What do you love about scuba diving?
Just the freedom. You're like weightless. You're seeing all these beautiful fish that, most people aren't able to see. It's something a lot of people are afraid of doing. I was the kind of person that when I was little, I had the life jacket on, clinging to the side of the pool, and now I'm going 60 feet deep, and loving it.
Absolutely extraordinary. So thankful to have you here, Tracy. We're gonna have some fun today. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This woman seated to my right is the co-host of The Heart of Influence. She started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old. And her sweet little cute heart. Then by the age of 19, she became a top income earner in the space of network marketing, making it happen with a very cute and squeaky voice that we see the videos of. But then she found her true power at the ripe young age of 24, when she became the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, male-dominated industry, #1 at the age of 24, first woman ever to do it, and youngest person ever to do it, being #1. Now she speaks on stages all over the world, raises millions of dollars for charity, making magic happen. P.S. Every business she worked with in coaching, training, acceleration 2019 doubled their sales. The co-host of The Heart of Influence. Let's warmly welcome this heart-centered woman, the one, the only, Bella Verita. Why do you lay a scuba-related Shark Attack fun fact on us, or something else?
Well, I do want a fun fact scuba. So I, Tracy, just learned to get scuba certified like a couple of months ago. This guy took me out to Grand Cayman to get scuba certified. And on my, I think it was my third, or maybe it was my final dive. Apparently you're not supposed to go past like, I think 40 or 50 feet when you're like doing your lesson dives. And I thought I saw some really cool things. So I thought it'd be like cool to keep dropping and going. So I went down 100 feet on my training drive, and I came back up and learned that I broke all kinds of rules. That is my fun fact.
Yes, Tracy, that is absolutely true, and a lot more, and that is not atypical. Yes, so magic happening in the world. But your heart is fully present, magic, and I'll get to maybe a fun fact later. That would be related to scuba diving also for Tracy. But first, Gina, we have more amazing folks that the incredible Howie and Charlie have assembled. You talk about heart-centered leaders and warriors. I can't wait to hug it up with these guys in a few minutes. But who's next?
We'll talk about heart-centered. This woman managing operations of a food pantry, developmental training, implementation, organizing food drives, distributing, creating packages, volunteering at food banks all over pantries, board member of Speak the Truth Ministries, served many years in management positions, United Cerebral Palsy, close to her heart due to her own personal disability. Let's all put our hands together and welcome the one and only Andrea Braun to the Heart of Influence.
Hello.
Andrea, how are you?
I am amazing. How are you?
I am amazing. So what is your mission, vision, purpose in the world, Andrea? I'm hearing deep heart. I'm hearing obsession from Gina Ricci about pantries and giving and loving and making beautiful things work. What's the mission, the vision, the purpose?
All of that is so true. My vision is to just serve the community. We serve the community. We love on people. We one family at a time, one heart at a time, one goal at a time. Just implementing strategies for people to get back to work, implementing strategies for people to get food, for food insecurities in their families.
Amazing. Well, Andrea, that is beautiful, and thank you so much. And what would be a fun fact about you? Something we'd be like, Andrea.
No way.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a great question. Well, I don't know about a fun fact, but I just discovered recently that my oven has a self-cleaning button on it.
That's amazing. We love
Do you
your
even know what an oven is?
My fun fact is I haven't operated an oven in about 30 years. So that would be my fun fact.
Well,
and I'm so happy that your oven has it. So it sounds like a good thing.
Well, what makes it super funny is for years I've been using Easy Off, killing myself to clean the oven.
Oh, no. I don't even, I've been a lot of places. I've seen and done a lot of things. I can't even begin to imagine how an oven cleans itself. It's like the little people come walking out. Like,
scrubbing bubbles.
I need to learn more about this self-cleaning oven thing. So,
and now you just push the button and it's just done. I love it.
Is it little like Oompa Loompas like in Willy Wonka come running out and they like scrub stuff or no?
Yes, and it's so simple. It's like, why didn't I think of that?
Don't you remember the scrubbing bubbles commercials?
For you, Andrea. I think the little people, yes, I don't think the little people, Andrea, have a very good time cleaning your oven, but that's okay. It's a magical.
Yes, I didn't even know that button was there. Who knew?
Me neither. Yes, that is awesome, Andrea. Gina Ricci, what were you sharing?
I was saying, do you remember the scrubbing bubbles commercial? The little bubble guys?
I love scrubbing bubbles, and maybe it's those little people cleaning Andrea's oven. I need to learn more about this massively interesting technology. But Gina, we'll come back to this later. This is a technological breakthrough. And now, today on the Heart of Influence, Andrea, we love you. Thank you for your heart. You're doing awesome work. Gina, who else is here?
Next up, this couple, owners of the GFD Group, Miami Interior Design, Construction Management at the next level, transforming spaces into stunning experiences. Miami, Florida, second office in St. Vincent in the Caribbean.
Wow.
Working Kansas City and expanding until there's a branch in every continent. Let's all please welcome Guillermo and Dorota Lopez.
And is it Guillermo?
It is Guillermo.
Guillermo, thank you. And it is Dorota?
Dorota.
Guillermo and Dorota. Thank you so much for being here today. And please, what is your fun fact?
Our fun fact, well, we are high school sweethearts and we were married at the Vatican.
Oh my God.
Wow. And we're married and own a business together.
Wow. And how's that going?
It's going really, it's going great and in major growth mode.
Beautiful. Congratulations, Dorota and Guillermo. And what is your mission in the world? What's it about?
So I think our mission, is definitely to make a statement with what we do. Architecture influences us all of our lives. We live in it, we work in it, and it really shapes not only just the world, but our lives. So one thing is just making an impact with good architecture, with the clients that we work with, just giving back to them a home that takes care of them. So that's kind of more on the professional side, but then on the personal side, just using kind of our work and that just to take care of people, the people around us, our family, our friends, just being generous and just taking care of people.
Beautiful. Well, Dorota and Guillermo, hearts are clearly emergingly present coming from both of you. Love your story, love the Vatican, love the marriage, the business. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gina.
Next up from Miami, Florida, Apple IT specialist for small and mid-sized companies, German chemical compound distributor with his family business since the 70s, used by almost all plastic manufacturers, president and vice president for HOAs, once utilized his own house for cryptocurrency mining. How cool, let us all please welcome Mr. Matthew Silva to the Heart of Influence.
A sign behind him, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about me.
What does it say?
Pure genius.
I agree with you. Matthew, before we get started, Were you aware of this incredible technology that lets you have little people clean your oven when you press a button?
No, I wasn't. I honestly was not.
Well, this is extraordinary. I think we may have something here to help with Andrea. But aside from that, Matthew, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact, I think, I'm not too fun. My fun fact is just how many hats I wear, the businesses that I run, the roles that I, do. Anytime I see an opportunity, I like to jump into it. As you mentioned, the cryptocurrency, I once utilized a property with some buddies, and we built racks upon racks upon racks. And, we did cryptocurrency mining for a few years instead of renting the property out.
Dude, that sounds pretty fun to me. And why all this entrepreneurial adventure in your life, Matthew? What's it about?
Ooh, what's it about?
Yeah, like your life. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just drawn to it. I always have been. I'm always, like I said, open for an opportunity. And, when it comes to like my business, for instance, my mission is always to simplify technology in people's lives. I like to see that aha moment with people. And, that's what I live for.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you being here today, Matthew. You ready to have some fun?
And Sean, can I just say something? When someone said cryptocurrency mining, I imagine like little people, like little Martians mining in these little crypto mining things. I don't know.
We have a lot of little people emerging from all different spaces and places, scrubbing bubbles to cleaning ovens to mining cryptocurrency to Willy Wonka's open up a chocolate factory. But I digress. Gina, reach you.
Next up, from Lake Worth, Florida, multifamily real estate investor since 2003, co-founder of Remote Multifamily Investing Academy, master practitioner of NLP and mental emotional release, as well as hypnotherapy. Let's all please welcome Ms. Jen Conkey to the Heart of Influence.
Jen. Come on, guys.
Thank you.
Jen,
thank you.
How are you?
I am awesome.
Awesome. And what is your fun fact, please, Jen?
Fun fact about me is Doritos changed my life. I'm going to explain that. I was 10 years old, walking home from school as a latchkey kid. I'm a Gen X. And on my way home, there was these high school kids that were sitting on the lawn and they were partaking in some, let's just say, weed. So they had the munchies. They had the munchies, and I had a bag of Doritos left over from school and my lunch. And I was getting ready to open them up and eat them on my walk home. And one of them said, "Hey, little girl, I'll give you $5 for that bag of Doritos right now." And I said, okay. And then I went home, made sure I got the rest of the chips in the cabinet, and I sold them that every day for probably about 6 months until my mom found out where all the chips were going. Wow. But I knew I was an entrepreneur back then. And just once I realized that I could pocket that spread, I was addicted. So fun fact about me.
This sounds like a friend of yours.
This is definitely a friend of mine,
yes,
for sure.
Jen, this is fun. And so what is your mission in life with this entrepreneurial bug and all of it? What's it about?
Well, my favorite thing to do is help people. So I'm a master practitioner of NLP and emotional and mental release. And what I like to do is help people like get unstuck, right? And just step into their full potential. Anything that they're scared of, I like to get them over the other side of that. And on the other side of that, they can be more empowered, make more decisions. And I happen to be a multifamily investor since 2003. So I do that by trade. Obviously, that's how I make a living. But it's not like my favorite thing in the world anymore. I'm no longer really like motivated by it. So I start passion projects on the side. And what I like to do is help other people kick off their businesses, turn their businesses around, or pursue their passions. And I like to look at what's their goal and how to help them. And so that's what I do. And in our academy, I try to do the same thing. They're all scared to get involved in multifamily investing. So I'm the mindset coach that kind of comes in and helps them move forward so that they get into results. So I like to just stay busy, honestly.
Love it. Jen, I'm stuck. Can you get me unstuck? I'm stuck. Jen, thank you so much. Appreciate you. We're gonna have some fun today. Thank you, Jen.
Absolutely.
Gina.
Also from Lake Worth, Florida, 20-year title company specialist, working with one company her whole career, Stuart Title, loyalty, upward mobility. She worked her way through the company to be the leader in business development. the consummate people person. She considers herself a guru to the world of networking events. Let's all put our hands together and welcome Christine Gabriel to the Heart of Influence.
I'm actually in Winter Garden.
Winter Garden is in the house. Thank you so much. And what is your fun fact, please?
I don't know if it's a fun fact, but I don't know. Some people think it is. I grew up in Key West.
Wow.
I mean, people don't really meet people that are actually from there and grew up there. Big Catholic family. And so I lived there about 20 years.
Were you friends with Jimmy Buffett there?
No, I knew where he lived though, but I was never invited.
That's
Beautiful. And what's your mission, vision, purpose in the world?
So I would have to say, I work in business development and help realtors in the Central Florida area grow their business. But like Jen, I am more passionate these days, or have a passion for helping people grow. So I got certified last year as a health and wellness coach. Beautiful. And so I'm kind of doing that on the side, especially during COVID and everything. And that is what I'm really passionate about, just helping people grow, because sometimes it can be very painful, and just trying to reach their goals, with the title company, helping them reach their business goals that way, and then also health and wellness on the other side. So
Christine's got some pay to market, pay to ecosystem merge dynamics going on. I hear her heart, her millions present. Christine, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
You're always like trying to make me grow, but you always like pick me up and hang me by my feet and like try to get me grow that way.
Shake you out?
I think that's my method better.
Yes, that is the story. So it's like, hey, I caught you. That's the equivalent of hanging her upside down and shaking her. Gina, who's up next?
From Coral Springs, Florida, since joining his father in 2002, his father retiring 2017, he merged with another firm. He focused on his practice solely on personal injury litigation, previously served as a Florida American Board of Trial Advocates, treasurer, and currently president-elect of that organization. Wow. Let's all welcome Jeff Adelman to the Heart of Influence. Yeah.
Jeff, impressive, sir. And please, what is your fun fact?
Well, something that I started doing actually before the pandemic is I started a legal podcast, and kind of roped that into writing a book, which I give to all my clients. Choosing the right lawyer is no accident. And people really enjoy it. It took a lot of time to put that together. And so that's just something that I try to do to differentiate myself from the thousands of personal injury lawyers out there, providing information to people.
Beautiful, Jeff. Added value equals integrity, magic. And what's your mission in the world? Like, what makes your heart sing?
Well, I mean, as you know from being in this business too, I mean, just helping people, trying to problem solve. I'm also a mediator as well. So being able to get in the thick of it and try to resolve conflict in any way. And people think when you're a lawyer, well, you're fighting all the time. Sometimes you have to save the client from themselves so that they make the right decisions. So, because it can have a big impact on their life moving forward, especially after an injury. So that's what I enjoy most about what I do.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Present, and the value you're adding for people integriously is as well. Gina, integrity flying, hearts everywhere. Who else do we have?
We have an extraordinary young man in the house. I am not sure the relation he has.
It's like a clown car of heart-centered warriors in the world. This is like a massive group today. This is extraordinary.
Massive.
Yes. Who else is here?
Our final guest, besides our co-host, this young man, a junior at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. He's into the stock market, coding software models, model to model, option price volatility, trading stock funds, stocks, and stock options. I think he's a pretty smart kid who happens to have the same last name as our previous guest, Ben Adelman. Welcome to the Heart of Influence.
I was doing all those smart things in high school too, while I was puff passing.
Yes, that is very true. Ben, congratulations on your awesomeness. What's your fun fact, Ben, please?
Well, a fun fact about me is in my free time, I enjoy playing chess.
Ooh, do you play online chess?
Yes, and I sometimes play. And also, Jeffrey is also my father, and I tend to beat him a lot when we play.
That is awesome. Are you at like liberty to reveal like your chess.com rating, or would you prefer not to?
I mean, it's not too good. It's only around 850, but it's getting better.
Well, and you're whooping your dad's butt.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations. And why all this entrepreneurial acceleration, which is beautiful, man?
Well, I've always been interested in like probabilities and quantitative finance. Like that area really speaks to me. It's something I'm really interested in, and it's something I want to pursue. So I've been working a lot towards that. Yeah, it's just really interesting to me.
Super impressive. And Bella's not laughing at you. She's laughing at herself. So what are you laughing at?
You're a smart kid, Ben, and I don't even think I knew those words in high school.
Yes. Do you want to tell Ben what your business in high school was?
Well, it would probably not make his dad too proud, but I decided that I would drop out of high school and become a drug dealer. I thought that was the way to go in high school, not stocks and quantitative anything.
Yeah. So, but it kind of worked out.
It kind of worked. I did go back.
Fact,
I'm going to go to college later, but yes.
Yeah. So you quick U-turn you made.
I did make a quick U-turn
after a double barrel shotgun was pointed at her face.
That's true too.
Yes. So Ben, no double barrel shotgun.
Definitely taking the smarter route.
Yes. The quantitative finance chess, much better plan than drug dealing and double barrel shotguns.
His dad is much happier too.
Yes. Ben, seriously, congratulations, brother. You are one impressive young man.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes. And he speaks robot through the Zoom.
Yes.
Awesome. Gina, we got co-host. Come on, Gina, reach in.
Let's
You're
go.
gagging around. Come on.
Oh yes, lollygagging I am. Mr. Our first incredible co-host from Boca Raton, Florida, passionate about helping the world through charitable giving, raising awareness, numerous organizations and causes, works with successful families as their personal CFO, 30 plus years as a money manager and investment advisor, one of our extraordinary, unblinded elites, big heart. Welcome, Mr. Charlie Fisher to the Heart of Influence.
Charlie. How are you today, brother?
Awesome, Sean. Looking forward to the things that we're going to do. We're doing some amazing things with the Unblinded movement. We're making money for charities. We're having fun. We're doing integrous things. We're having a beautiful time. We've got some great people together. Let's have some fun. Remember, the main thing that we want to do is we want to make a dent in the universe, get together some people that can really work together well, and just have a great time doing it. And again, let's take care of each other. Thank you so much for helping me host this, and I'm excited about this show. We got a great bunch of people. Awesome.
We love you, grateful for you, and Charlie, heart-centered leader that you are. What is your fun fact?
Well, several fun facts. I used to have blue hair and a mohawk,
yes.
and I was in a punk band that we ended up going and sitting on the stage at Saturday Night Live. So there's actually some footage of me out there, which maybe we could put it in the trailer at the beginning of the Unblinded thing.
I would love that. That would be super fun.
We do need a picture of that at some point, yes, Charlie, for sure.
Oh, I got them. Actually, I've had, in my college fraternity, people had many pictures of that and hazed me.
Yeah,
so it's all good.
Well, Charlie, your heart is clear. Your blue hair is not. I'm blind anyway, but does he have blue hair still?
He does not have blue hair still.
Okay, no more blue hair for Charlie. Heart
not
center,
today.
rocking magic, Saturday Night Live stages. And Gina, he has a co-host over there.
Yes, he does. Serial entrepreneur, 38 years running his own companies, owner of Sherpa, companies, family of real estate ventures, including brokerage and investment house, co-host of the Investor Warrior with his wife. Let's all please welcome Howie Like to the Heart of Influence.
Howie, congratulations on being such an extraordinarily cool dude.
We're all trying, right, Sean?
That's awesome, brother. And what's your fun fact, Howie?
Let's see, I was talking to Gabriel earlier today, had the privilege of chatting with him and getting ready for the show. And he's talking, I can't remember if it came up earlier, but he is working towards running a full-scale triathlon here in the near future. And it reminded me of my triathlon days in my early 20s. And my fun fact is that in the beautiful town of Adelman on the beautiful island of Catalina, on the night after a triathlon, I started a bar riot.
Whoa!
Ooh.
No way. What happened?
It's a long story, but
give me the last second of it before the first punch.
The last second is the best part. As I was being wrestled down by the bouncer, and the perpetrator was wailing on me, and we hit the ground, and all of a sudden there were 20, 25 guys all fighting above me. I realized I'm getting the hell out of here. And I crawled I crawled through all the people's legs and around the bar. And as I got around the bar, it was an upstairs bar, the police came running up and they grabbed everybody, 20, 30 guys brawling, and they dragged them down the stairs, and the paddy wagon was down there, and we were all looking from the window.
That is amazing. How many of the 20, 25 guys fighting did you know?
There were several. There were some triathlete buddies that were there that actually had jumped in to save me from the attack.
You hung your buddies out to dry and sent
I
them.
didn't. It was chaos. It was chaos. They were all out. They were all out. They were all out. I ran into the guy the perpetrator at an Irish bar about two hours later. That was another fun fact.
Yes, that's what we do in Irish bars. I can say that only because I'm Irish. So yes, Howie, extraordinary. You ready to do this thing, Howie, Charlie?
Let's do it.
Gina,
Yes, this clown is going to jump out of the car. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, Gina. Before we kick this show off, I'd like to introduce my co-host, only one of two attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016. Both had $0 offers going in. Both ended with 8-figure punitive and 8-figure compensatory damages. I just like saying those words so I can sound as smart as Ben. Also has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Brown and Caldwell, and just got done raising about $4.6 million for refugees in the Ukraine on a stage where they thought like maybe they could raise a couple $100,000. Wow. And was just named by in New Jersey, one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys, my co-host, the one, the only, Sean Callaghan.
So here's my fun fact. Thank you. I am blind. I actually am. And I teach sighted people like this amazing woman to surf, to ski black diamonds, and when she's not throwing her skis and poles at me, and in fact to win at carnival games. And just to like align with our amazing friends here today, I took my son scuba diving. He's made close to 200 dives now, recently in the summer, and he had his fin bit by a shark. And then I took this one the next day to get her fin bitten, but it bit my son again.
Yes.
And there was no shark feed, no nothing. So my fun fact is I'm a blind man that takes people I love and care about to get attacked by sharks.
Isn't that nice of him?
Yes. So let's get started.
Let's do the things. Let's start with our friend Tracy.
All right, Tracy, here's what we're gonna do. Bella will be anybody you want her to be, an ideal client, somebody for charitable fundraise, whatever the yeses we're seeking. Because remember, this is what this is about. Integrous loyalty, yes, not pitching, not hooking, not closing. Wow. But how do we connect heart-centeredly and get to the next yes? Maybe not the ultimate yes, maybe just the next meeting. Tracy, who would you like this amazing woman to be?
She could be someone that I met at a networking lunch.
Whoa. Networking lunch. Take us in.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hey, Bella, this is Tracy. We met at the club lunch yesterday. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Tracy. How about yourself?
I'm really good myself. Thank you for asking. So I know you are looking for a property. So as a mortgage broker, I just wanted to call and see if there was anything I can do to help you.
I've been in contact with, several different mortgage brokers, in this process, and, kind of, it all seems the same to me.
Yeah, there are a lot out there, but let me tell you how I can help you. As an investor myself, I can help you with asset-based loans, and I know you're looking for investment loans. I have several of those loans myself as an investor, and I can offer you those. As an investor, I use other people's money, and as a mortgage broker, I sell other people's money. So I can look and get the best rate for you, help you close, help you through the process, because it can be stressful. And so I would love to be able to team up with you and be able to help you grow your portfolio.
Yeah, thank you for that. Because I have a couple other mortgage brokers that have been, hounding me with phone calls. And so I'm just curious, is there any difference between if I go with them or you?
I can get you as a mortgage broker, I shop for you to get you the best rate, and I can close quickly. I have some phenomenal programs that I work with, and I'm sure that you would just be very happy with if you chose me.
Got it. Okay, well, it sounds, being send me over, whatever we need to do and some information, and I'll see if it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just text me your email address. I'll send you an application and the documents that I need, and then I'll shop for you and tell you what I can get as a great program to get you that next investment property.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I look forward to making my next investment.
Awesome. You have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon.
You too, Tracy. Great job, Tracy. All right, next up we have Andrea. Andrea, who would you like me to be?
I would like you to be a client of mine in need of services that just needs more.
And what's the business again? What kind of client am I?
Well, we have a food pantry where we feed clients, and they are in need of food. It's a single mother with 7 kids. So just tell me what you need, and let's see how we can help you.
You're a single mom with a lot of challenges and a lot of mouths to feed.
Oh, I'm a single mom. Okay,
With
got
7
it.
kids.
Got it. Okay, got it. Hi, Andrea. This is Bella.
Hi, Bella. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I need some food.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your household?
Yes, ma'am. I have 7 kids. We live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we've just been really struggling to make ends meet.
Wow. I'm sorry for your food insecurities. Are you guys allergic to anything?
One of my kids definitely, I think has some sensitivities, but I'm not quite sure what they are. It could be gluten, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Well, let's see how we can service you better. Okay. Well, we have food, and you can call me back, or we can meet up and I can give you a box of food. And it looks like you may need some housing too. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't even know that was an option, but yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, you may need a bigger place to stay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. And what about your job situation?
I currently have one job, but it doesn't seem to, be enough to put food on the table for everyone. Is getting a new job, is that something you can help me with?
I might be able to. You never know. I mean, God provides, so you never know what's out there. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. I have several boxes of food for you here, and we can hook up and just tell me what your needs are, and hopefully we can find you a better job to support your family. We also, for your children, they can come volunteer. We give out volunteer hours for kids who want to graduate and they need volunteer hours to graduate. We also feed the homeless. So if you know anybody that's in the woods, we cook for the homeless and feed the homeless. So if you know anybody, just tell them to give me a call.
All right. Well,
all right.
Thank
So,
you.
so we can definitely work with you and help you grow and get better. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
Great job, Andrea.
Have a good day.
You have a good day as well. That was phenomenal, Tracy and Andrea. And next up, we're going to go to the judges. Judges, we're going to give some feedback to both Tracy and Andrea. Now, something that they did great, something that they could optimize, and then a score of 1 to 10. 1 being you would rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation. And listen, I just had one removed on Tuesday and I still have stitches and my mouth is still very sore. So you don't want to do that. Number 5 would be if they met you at Starbucks, you'd buy them like one of those fancy mocha chocolate thing with like the fancy whipped cream. And 10 being you would rent a private jet, pick Sean and I up and fly anywhere in the world just to have a longer conversation with Tracy or Andrea. So Jeffrey, let's start with you. And how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tracy?
Well, again, I think that, she was engaging, and I think it's important to have that right from the get-go because, look, there's a lot of people doing mortgages and it's hard to really separate yourself, but it's about relationships. It's hard for me to really give a score per se, but I think that, she had the openings there and, she, was asking the right questions. And I think that's what she should be doing. So I thought she had a good presentation.
All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And Jeff or Jeffrey, do you prefer?
Jeff's fine.
Jeff. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So Jeff, yes, next.
Let's go. Matthew, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrea?
I think for Andrea, I think she blew it out of the park, honestly. She asked about you, she probed and found out the needs of the mother. She aligned with her. And I think ultimately with everything that went above and beyond what she was offering, she surprised and delighted as well. And finally, she empowered her as well because she was saying, you can do this and volunteer as well. So even though she came with a need, she, attempted to empower the mother as well to contribute.
Beautiful, beautiful. And your score for Andrea?
I give her a 10.
Woo! Andrea throwing a 10 on the board. Excellent.
Let's go. Dorada, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tracy?
So I think she definitely gave you a lot of information in terms of the services. So I think it was very clear in terms of what she had to offer. I think just the one thing I would have loved to hear is really why go with her specifically, because I know you asked her that and she answered a little bit more generally, but in terms of all the information she provided, that was that one missing link. But again, you were a friend, you already had lunch with her, so probably there was a relationship started that was continuing. But I found it very interesting and informative.
Beautiful. And what's your score for Tracy?
I would give her an 8.
Thank you, Dorota.
Yes. And then is it
Guillermo.
Your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrea.
Oh, Andrea did wonderfully. I think that she really connected. And I also noticed how your reaction and your response to her changed with each individual question that she was asking you, because she was eliciting emotion and information from you, and she did it naturally, expertly. And I was very much touched by the care that she was presenting in wanting to go ahead and help you, because it wasn't lip service. It was truly from the heart. And it was just one of those things that she was trying to go ahead and truly connect and truly make your life and your family's life all the better.
Yes.
Score, I mirror Matthew's score and I give her a 10.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Guillermo.
Let's hop on the jet and let's go meet Andrew.
Let's go. By the way, there's a private jet that came to New Jersey with donors for the Ukraine thing this past weekend that hung out at our house.
Yes.
So with our friend Chris Drone. Amazing, yes.
Yes, let's go, Christine. Christine, your 30 seconds of feedback for Tracy.
Awesome.
Oh, you're on mute, Christine.
Sorry. My dog's getting kind of loud, so I had to make sure that he wasn't on there. She did a great job, I thought, because it's not about what you say necessarily, it's the questions you ask. So I love when someone asks questions, and she was very clear about what they offer. And yeah, I would definitely get an appointment with her, want to meet with her and talk to her about doing business together.
Beautiful.
So,
What's your score for her?
I would say a 9.
A 9.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And let's go, brilliant Ben. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrea?
I think they did really good. I thought they were really clear about what they were talking about. I kind of agree with what the previous people were saying as well. And honestly, I'm not even sure of a way they could have really improved. So I would probably say an 8 out of 10.
Nice,
Beautiful.
Ben. Look at Ben dropping the mic with
Yes.
certainty and brilliance and all of it. Great job, Ben.
Now, Howie, do you know Andrea or Tracy?
I know Andrea better, and I've just gotten to know Tracy. Yeah.
Okay, so Howie, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Tracy?
Tracy, I loved your energy. I loved the way that you came to the table, or to the phone in this particular case. You had confidence, you had energy, and I know that you really elicited a lot of confidence in me just listening to you. Like, you know your stuff, and you had great energy. It was really, really good connection. And so that is something that you really had mastered and have a great gift for. Optimization, I would have liked to have seen you lean into the objection that Bella threw out about, how are you different from other mortgage brokers? And you might have thought of actually leaning into that with questions, maybe digging a little deeper in, like leaning into, so, what has been your experience with other mortgage brokers? Maybe questions like that, where you start to kind of really lean in with the questions, and then the answers to those questions would then help you with that separation that we're all struggling to achieve. So I'm going to give you an 8.5 out of 10. I thought you did amazing.
Beautiful. Thank you, Howie.
Howie.
And let's go, Charlie, your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. I thought that was a really great way to deal with a client, but I'm not going to give you a 10, because I want you to be even better, because I know that you're exceptional, and I want to give you an 8.5. And I think the way you could improve, like I can, is by asking even more powerful questions, because they were really powerful. And also, I loved what you did about wanting to get her involved at the end of the day for her power to even get better and make sure that other people's lives are better. So I think that's awesome, but giving somebody a 10 makes me think that they can't get better, but I know that you're exceptional and you can get even better. So awesome. I'm giving you an 8.5, because I know that you can be even better, and I want to challenge you to do that and work with you in the future on your wonderful charity.
Beautiful. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I spent a lot of energy today. I think it's time, Howie, Charlie, Bella, everyone, for me to take a nap.
No naps for you. This is the time in the show that I get payback. I get tortured and like hung upside down and like worked to death. I have to fly all over the place, from Utah to Grand Cayman to Florida to Belgium for all these speaking engagements. And now I get to have a little payback and have a little fun.
All right.
So what this looks like is we're going to do a little reverse role play because Tracy and Andrea had to be on the hot seat. So now we get to put Sean on the hot seat and get to choose a scenario that he has to go from hello to yes. So you have a few ideas, Howie and Charlie, or we can come up with a scenario on our own. So a couple ideas that I have is one is Sean would have to be Ben and go from hello to yes with his father for $1 million to start investing. I think that could be fun. Yes. Or scenario number 2 would be, since one of my favorite episodes was when Sean had to convince a very very conservative New Jersey attorney on why he should go to Burning Man. And Burning Man happens to be happening right now. So option number 2 would convince Charlie to re-dye his hair blue and go to Burning Man with you for the Burning Man adventure. Something political would be Sean would be President Biden convincing President Putin on why he should end the war. So Charlie, Howie,
or anything else.
Or yes, or anything else that you would like to come up with. So Charlie, Howie, everybody, would you like to choose one of those scenarios, or is there a scenario you would like to see Sean go from hello to yes?
I think what we should do, Charlie, is we should have everybody go kind of like rock, paper, scissors, but instead of rock, paper, and scissors, we'll do 1, 2, and 3. And everybody will go 1, 2, and then you pick the one of the 3 scenarios. You guys ready?
1,
ready?
2, 3.
We got to see everybody's fist. Everybody's fist. There was 1.
Oh no, I don't.
I think the majority is 1.
1.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Try it again. Come on.
Right.
1,
Ready?
2, 3, shoot.
Andrea can't see.
Hold on.
Andrea can't see your fingers.
Oh, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s, 2 2s. Yep. All right.
The 1s have it. Yeah.
All right. So I am Ben.
Yes.
And I am speaking to Jeff, or should we have somebody else play Jeff? Howie, what do you think? Howie, Charlie.
Go ahead, Charlie. What do you think?
Let's do Jeff.
All right.
He is Dad.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
This is going to be interesting. Ben, what do you think your dad would say before we start about me asking him for $1 million?
I don't think he would probably say yes.
All right. So, Dad?
Yes, Ben.
Yes. Do you have a couple minutes to chat?
Of course, son.
So, Dad, I know you only have about 3-4 minutes. I know you have a trial coming up, and I don't want to take more time, but I do want to see if we could have a longer conversation. And would it be okay if we chatted about something that might be highly unusual?
Sure.
Okay. So, Dad, can I ask you this? What is it that in our relationship you want me to learn the most? You know, in your legacy in life, what is it that you want the most from me and for your legacy as a dad?
Well, there's a lot of things, but for this scenario, I would say, self-sufficiency and, being able to take, care of yourself.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that a ton, Dan. How do you feel that I'm doing so far in what I'm doing in business and, my interests?
Very, very proud of you.
Awesome. And how do you feel about it from your seat? Like in terms of thank you for being proud of me, the venture itself, what I'm doing in finance, like what do you actually think about it in terms of its merit?
Well, I mean, you're 16 years old. I told you when you're 18, I want to be your first client.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate that a ton, Dad. So would it be okay so what I'm hearing is that you're proud of me, that you see progress, that you want my self-sufficiency to certainly be there. Am I hearing you correctly, Dad?
Yes.
Awesome. Would it be okay if I shared a couple quick things to see if it makes any sense continuing this conversation? Because I definitely do not want any awkwardness between us.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So Dad, I've created a plan that is something that I'm really absolutely certain is extraordinary. And the hardest part about this is I know how much you believe in self-sufficiency, and I agree, and I believe in it as well. I also believe that creating the financing of things, generating clients, and creating financing is something that can give an amazing acceleration to what we're doing, right? I mean, money matters. That's what the business is. So what I'd love to have a conversation with you about is, and it's whether this is right for you. Maybe this is like the beginning of that client conversation. I'm not asking to borrow this. I'm not asking for a favor from my dad. I'm asking to have a real adult grown-up business meeting where I could show you something that I truly believe would be unbelievably meritorious. I think it's an incredible possibility, but it will be $1 million investment. So my question is, does that even make sense for us to talk about this? I promise you, I will have every answer to every question you could possibly have. So Dad, thank you for listening. I do feel uncomfortable a little bit, but I promise you, I'm not trying to, leverage our father-son relationship. I really believe in this, Dad. So how would you feel about having that meeting? And if it doesn't make sense, I completely understand and we'll never talk about this again. So how does that resonate for you, Dad, or not?
I think that, I certainly support everything that you're doing, and I would support, if you believed in a project. I don't know if I can scratch up $1 million to give you, but I could certainly, consider something less.
Okay. And how about, Dad, if this makes sense, how would you feel about some level of being open to partnering where we could raise the funds from other folks? I'm not even asking you to go to friends and people, but I'm learning some really interesting things in the space of Unblinded. The show we saw, I started watching some of the videos, and I think I understand how to do this, but I think I need a little bit more credibility. And I'm not asking you to represent yourself as a lawyer, but just as an adult, would you be open to that conversation possibly?
Absolutely, sir. I mean, listen, I've watched everything that you're doing, and you and I have talked about what you want to do, and I'm fully supportive of that. And I think that you have the right idea.
Well, thanks, Dad. I know you got to get back to the trial prep. I'm so grateful for you. I love you. Thank you, and we'll set up that meeting soon.
I love you too, Ben.
Thank you. At a roll, Jeff. How'd I do as Ben?
I couldn't even tell the difference.
That was awesome. That was great.
I mean, that was Ben just popped on the screen. I'm just like, what? Oh no.
Thank you, Jeff, for that scenario.
Wow.
Let's go, Andrea. How'd I do?
You did awesome, Sean. You really did. You was very precise, and you took your time, and you explained yourself, and it was awesome.
No, awesome. Well, thank you, Andrea, and thank you for jumping into the participant seat today. Congratulations, by the way, on getting some 10s. 10s are unbelievably rare here.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations on that. I mean that sincerely. In full candor, we had a show earlier today with a couple 10s. I don't think we've had a 10 in a long time. And we've run 550 shows, more than 3,500 people here. So seriously, congratulations. And how was your experience today, Andrea, on The Heart of Influence?
It was great. This was my first time, of course, and I'm looking to come back. I mean, this is something new. I'm excited. No. Who knew?
Who knew?
Where are you from in New Jersey?
You from? I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, and then I did the Bergen County migration. I currently live in River Vale, but I grew up one town away in Emerson, and I went to Emerson High School.
Wow, I'm from Newark, Essex County, born and raised.
Newark. Right now, my son goes to Newark 5 days a week. He's going to Seton Hall Law School as a first year on Raymond Boulevard and McCarter Highway.
Yes, exactly. Awesome.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for being here. And Jeff, thank you for jumping in that fun scenario with me role playing Ben. Thank you for that permission to play your son.
No problem.
Yeah, and how was your time with us today in the Heart of Influence?
It was great. I certainly haven't done anything like this before, but as you know, we're always kind of by the seat of our pants. So it's, used to that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Jeff. Wonderful job. Tracy, thank you for jumping into the participant seat. Your scuba diving miss is fully present. Roatan and all. Fantasy Island. P.S. I visited Fantasy Island. I didn't stay there. I stayed at the Bay Island Beach Resorts. But I agree, Roatan's an unbelievable place. Went with my dad back in the day, right as I graduated from law school, actually. So, but Tracy, how was your time with us today?
Oh, you're on mute, Tracy.
Sorry. I enjoyed it very much. This was a lot of fun. I enjoy meeting new people. This was a new experience and it was great.
Awesome. You did a wonderful job. So thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, and let's go. What do you think? Matthew.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Matthew.
Get out of my brain.
Matthew, thank you for being here. Thank you for your judging. Back. How was your time today?
I had a wonderful time. Role playing like this, I feel like for in particular small businesses, we're out in the field doing work all the time. You don't really get to sit down and take a step back and see how you're doing things. This is something, role playing in particular is something that in my days working at Apple that they do all the time. And I think it lends to them being such a great success, teaching you how to align with people and empower them. And, share your knowledge.
Apple's copying us again.
Yep.
There we go. Matthew, thank you. Awesome job. Your super brain power is clearly present as well as your heart. Thank you for that. Let's go to Dorota. Thanks for jumping in. It was amazing hearing your beautiful story of you and your husband, Gabriel. Dorota, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence today?
It was beautiful. I love meeting new people. And I just loved, kind of everybody had the role-playing situation, but everybody has their own personality and the way they ask the questions, they ask answers. So it's always fun just to see different ways. And I got a couple of ideas of how I can ask better questions. So thank you to everybody.
Wow, awesome, Jordan. And thank you so much for being here. Guillermo, how about yourself, sir? How was your time on the Heart of Influence?
In all honesty, I didn't know what to expect, but I just wanted to go ahead and jump head first. Because this is what I mean, ever since I got into the whole Tony, even and Platinum Partners, it's just one of those things that I just wanted to go ahead and jump and dive in, as opposed to being reserved how I normally am. And meeting and hearing all of these different stories and hearing how everybody would answer and be inspired is just something that I find so heartwarming and look forward to so many wonderful things that are to come.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Well, welcome to the Platt family, brother. And it's an extraordinary place to be, Guillermo. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Christine, beautiful work, heart fully present. Love hearing your expertise and what you're doing with it. How was your time on the Heart of Influence?
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I didn't exactly know what to expect. Howie explained a little bit to me on our phone call, but this was awesome. And role playing is really helpful for me. So, and like Dorota said, it helped me to ask better questions, I think. And Sean, you were great as Ben, and very heartfelt the way you spoke and leaned in and asked the questions, more conversational instead of putting people on the spot or what have you. It just was very comfortable the way you spoke and the questions you asked, and I really enjoyed it. It was great.
Well, thank you so much, Christine. Did a beautiful job. Ben, thank you for letting me play you. How was your time with us today? And how did I do as you?
Ben is off camera and on mute, so I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh, my bad. I honestly had a pretty good time. It was definitely an interesting experience.
Very, very cool. How did I do as Ben?
Pretty good. Pretty accurate, I would say.
Awesome. Well, thank you. So your dad and you are raising $1 million starting tomorrow. So we love
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
It's been a productive day for you, Ben. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for being here.
I'll get right to that.
Very impressive young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So to our co-hosts, very welcome, Charlie and Howie. Let's go, Charlie. Final, brother. Thank you. You're magical, and thank you and Howie for making this happen.
Final. So I enjoyed everybody today. So I think that this was an exceptional experience. I'm particularly interested in making a dent in the universe with Andrea and some of our other businesses. So we're going to talk in the future about a concept called sustainable giving, which is awesome, where we can go out and we can make a dent in the universe with charities that are saving lives. We've got 2 charities, Howie and I. We're gonna make sure that we participate with Andrea, and then we have a anti-human trafficking charity here in South Florida. So we're gonna get our businesses up and running, magic, fun, sustainable giving. We're gonna make sure that this is just the beginning. So I want to thank everybody for being on here. You're all exceptional. Let's make sure that we take care of our families, our businesses, and then make a dent in the universe and have some fun while we're doing it.
Beautiful.
Great stuff.
Charlie, your integrity, fully present, heart, energy, passion, leadership, all of it. You want to be talking to Charlie and doing more things. So thank you, brother. We are super grateful for you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Love you, Sean.
Love you. Howie, love you too, brother, and all your heart, your wisdom. Howie's just like this, like just on it. I mean, he's like is like so like right there, realness, fully present. Howie, what's happening? Final.
We are Charlie. I love that. Thank you for those words. Charlie and I couldn't be more excited right now because we are really moving this movement much further than just networking. Like this is intentional networking with really high quality people that we expect to do more business with in the future and create more impact. It was special for me today to have my close friend Andrea on. So excited to have you on today. You were amazing. You got your 10. You made me proud.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm walking away from this like more excited than I have been in the previous shows, because the momentum that we're creating with this small movement of ours is just truly nothing short of exciting, and the things that we're all going to do together. So
Howie, Charlie. Great job, guys. Heart-centered leadership, fully present. Finance, real estate, abundance, sustainable giving. That's what these folks are all about. That's what you're all about. And that's what you're all about. Bella Verita, final.
Awesome.
Final is, it was a couple of years ago where I sat in your very seat, and I was a participant going from hello to yes, and have been in sales for 2 decades. And when the show ended, I couldn't wait to have my call with Adam Gugino so I could tell him all the things that I could teach Sean Callaghan. And then I decided to join the program because I, figured that would be the best way to have proximity and be able to teach Sean would be to join his program. But I quickly realized that there was quite a difference between sales and being a person of influence. And what I have learned over the last couple of years in being a person of influence, sustainable giving, going from hello to yes with heart, with integrity, has been astonishing. And I'm super grateful and blessed to be on this journey. And so if you have a chance to have a conversation with Adam Gugino, definitely take that call, because it is definitely worth it. So back to you.
Yeah, my brother Adam took a company from $3 million to $750 million, and he's the most heart-centered leader you're ever going to meet in the space of business. Yeah, besides you. And thank you so much for everything that you do, Belle. Couldn't appreciate all you being here. It's been a magical day, Charlie, Howie, and for real. I mean, this is where we get down to it. 25 years ago, knowing I was going blind, I realized that influence was in fact a superpower. It has changed my life, raising millions and millions of dollars for charity, speaking on Tony Robbins' stage 16 times, speaking on some of the biggest corporate stages in the world, scaling, building, growing, 125 person law firm after I built and exited my first 40 person law firm. All of that from a guy that failed freshman high school geometry for the year and was the first person to go to college. I had no relationship capital. I had nothing coming out of school. And all of that is possible for everyone. I was not born uniquely gifted. I just worked incredibly intentionally at attaining the superpower of integrous influence, knowing what to do with it, and emotionally dealing with myself like we all have to, and my fear of rejection and fear of failure to get myself to use it. For all of you, thank you for being here. If this is the end, God bless. If you want more though, more acceleration, more abundance, as Howie and Charlie have seen, as Bella has seen, straight up for real, there's nothing else like this in the world. I mean it sincerely. So have that conversation with Adam if you want more and if you're ready to do the work. So God bless. Love you guys. Thank you, Charlie and Howie again. Mwah. Great job, everybody. And I do think that we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
Thanks,
Bye-bye,
guys.
everyone.
Have a great one.